So boom, class is officially in session. I've had people wanting to know how to file sales and use taxes for the state of North Carolina. If you're a business owner and you live anywhere else, I'm sorry, this does not help you. But now that I have to file for the first quarter of 2025 before the end of April, I'm gonna just go ahead and show y'all what I do. So the first website you want to access is the North Carolina Department of Revenue. This can get accessed really easily, like a Google search. And let me just show y'all. I type in E-500, boom, file and pay. You scroll down. Sales and use tax, file and pay, E-500. File and pay, sales and use taxes. Aha, y'all already seen this screen. Yeah. So the best thing I like to do before I come here is gather my numbers and my information, and my online store is ran through Shopify. So Shopify gives me this Excel sheet, which I'm using Google Sheets right now. And if you can tell, like, it's really like jumbled up. Like, most of this information you don't even need. So like, if I really wanted to, I could clean this up, because the only thing I really need to know are the dates. Delete columns. Okay. The only thing I really need are the dates, the amount, and like the taxes, and where the order came from, like the county and stuff. So you'll see me getting rid of everything except for net sales and taxes. There's the tax rate, I'm gonna keep that. Tax amount, keep that. Tax jurisdiction, I'm keeping it. That's gonna tell me what counties these came from. And then everything else is pretty irrelevant. So I'm gonna delete these two. So when it comes down to it, all I have here is my sale date, taxable amount, tax rate, tax amount, and the tax jurisdiction. Now, typically, what I like to do is kind of add up all the taxes here so I don't have to do any numbers later on. So here, I'm going to go to insert function and then sum, and the sum is going to be of all these, and I press enter, and voila, I only collected $4.13. As y'all can see, your girl did not make that much money in the first quarter. Literally, if I were to total that up, insert function, sum, highlight what I want to add, I made $120 the first 3 months out of the year. Now y'all see why I wanted to dissolve my business. $120. That only cover like 10% of what I gotta pay just to file taxes alone. But anyway, we here to help y'all. We not talking about me. So once I get here, I'll enter my information. You already signed up for sales and use, or to collect sales and use, you'll get a paper in the mail, and it'll basically tell you like, hey, if you're late anyway, you need to pay this. So that's why we're here. So once you put your information in here, it'll give you your legal business name and trade name, and then you just confirm if it's correct. And if it is, you'll hit next right here. We actually have to file. So I'll hit next. Now for this period that I'm filing, it has 3, 6, 9, and 12. So I'm filing for the period ending in March. So I'll put March 31st, and this is for this tax year. And then I'll put my EIN number here. The next screen, this is where you fill in your gross receipts and you see the percentages here. That's why we kept those on the Google Sheet that we needed. So boom, gross receipts, how much I made in that quarter. So according to my chart, I made $120. So I'll put 120 right here. Sales for resale, I don't use that. Receipts exempt from state tax, none. And then here is where I take my percentages and apply that to what I need. So as of right now, I only have one tax rate set at 2%, and that was $30, and I collected 60 cents. So here, I'll find the 2% for the county rate, and I'll put $30. And as you see, it does the math. It times it by 2%, and here it says 60. Let me see if I need to zoom in at all so y'all can really see. Okay, cool. So then next on my chart, I have 1, 2, 3 that are set at 4.75. So if I totaled all of these, that would be 30 plus 25 is 55 plus 5 is 60. So here I would put 60. And again, it totals up $2.85. And then for my last one that was set at 2.25%, one of them was $5, the other one was $25. So that's a total of $30 at that rate. And so according to this, the total tax collected was $4.13. I want to make sure that that matches what my spreadsheet says, which it does. So that means I can go ahead to the next section. Once I hit next here, it gives you a list of all of the counties, and you have to put how much tax was collected at which rate. So now y'all see like why the spreadsheet is important and why you keep the taxable amount, the tax rate, and the jurisdiction. So boom, back to the chart. We have one Richmond County, which was at 60 cents. So I'll come here and find Richmond. And I'm going to put 60 cents. And then come back. I've got Moore County, which is 11 cents plus 56. So that's a total of 67 cents. So I'm going to go back up to Moore. And that's at 67. And then they don't have North Carolina taxes here. So this total should be fine to move forward. Trust me, if the math ain't mathing, it's going to tell you when you hit next, it's going to make you go back and figure out where you went wrong. So just be reminded that some of your transactions may not have a county, and that's okay. You just don't include those on that certain page. So here is where they collect their funky $4.13. So a convenience fee is charged if you pay by credit card. The fee is $2 for every $100 that you spend, or you can do a bank draft for free. So we gonna go with that bank draft for free because even though it's $2, I want my money. Thank you. So with that being said, I'm gonna hit bank draft. And this is what the screen looks like. And I'm just gonna press pause because y'all don't need to know my information. All right, so I have entered my payment information, and this is just giving me like a quick review of everything that I've entered. I made $120. $60 was taxed at 4.75. $30 was taxed at 2%, and another 30 was taxed at 2.25. Are you sure you're ready to submit this? Yes, that I did what I needed to do. So yeah, I hope this helps y'all. Bye.